Y estamos de regreso para seguir aprendiendo ahora un poco más sobre el programa que nos trae acá a la ciudad de Indianápolis para mujeres. Amanda, now I want to talk a little more about your cohort.
Yes.
Tell me, what's the name? What's the mission? How did the idea start?
Yes. So it's called We Talk, and it really came out of the We Brunches that we had been doing with the idea that there are a lot of opportunities for leadership programs in the city, but there was a desire for there to be a space for women to focus on practicing skill building. So, my background in dialogue and facilitation and having critical conversations it just kept coming up, right? Over and over and over again. And so, just really wanting to try to meet the need of the community, we are creating We Talk. So, again, the idea of it being community, it'll be a cohort of 12 women, and we're going to launch it in March at the Propylaeum, which is a women's space, historically known for creating opportunity. We call them a third space for women to come together and do leadership and development. And so we are in the process of recruiting right now for our first cohort.
How long is the cohort?
So it's 8 months. Like I said, it'll start in March and then they'll complete in October. And being a part of the cohort, there's a lot of benefits. So one, you'll get a membership to the Propylaeum. So it's basically like a co-working space, access to their events and programs. You'll get tickets to the We Brunches, so the one that we do in March and the one that we have in October. And then you'll get 4 coaching sessions and what we're calling a success blueprint. So a plan on how to implement the skills that you learn over the 8 months into your life after you graduate.
You said your applications are open right now, right?
Yes, it's open right now online at webrunchindy.com/we talk. And on there, it's just the whole form is there to answer the questions. There's also an employer recommendation form. So if you want to use your professional development funds at work to sponsor you, you can use that form and give it to your managers to be able to show the ROI for being in the program. So we've already got that online too.
When does your application close?
It closes February 18th. So we've got a couple weeks left for folks to apply.
That's very exciting, Amanda.
It is.
Tell me, who else is going to be supporting you with this cohort?
Yes, so I'll be co-facilitating with Nora Elder, which is very exciting. So she's an emotional intelligence facilitator. So that'll be another benefit for the women in the program. They'll have the chance to do the EQ 2.0 test, and she'll go through people's results, help them understand where they're at, what their skills are, what they need to work on, how they can apply that in different situations. So the two of us will be co-facilitating for the cohort, and I'm really excited to work with her because we come at the work in different lenses, so everyone will get something from both of us.
Are you going to have different leaders of the community coming to speak on your cohorts, or is this just something that both of you guys are going to be leading throughout the 8 months?
Yeah, we actually are not having speakers come in part of the facilitation because there are so many great programs that do that.
Yes.
There's so many leadership programs that do a really good job of providing networking and mentoring, learning who's who in the city or who's who in the state. And so we want to come alongside those programs, right, to provide the next step or focus more on the individual. So there's a lot of great things out there for networking and mentoring. So what this one is more on the individual. What skills do I want to learn in public speaking? What skills do I want to learn in, again, having difficult conversations and then practicing them? So that's something that also makes our program unique, is that we'll practice in real time. We call it the fishbowl method of like, okay, go ahead and pretend to have that conversation with your boss. Pretend to have that conversation with your coworker.
Very hands-on.
Exactly.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Do you have like any target audience?
Yeah, so we're looking for women between the ages of 25 to 55, but the age is not as important as where women are in their leadership journey. So if you are in charge of managing people or managing a team or you're an entrepreneur and you want to work on your negotiation skills, or you just want to get better at having dialogue, especially right now at this time, it's really important for us to get comfortable having those conversations. So really, women that are interested in doing that is who should apply.
Amanda, to close off, do you have any final message you would love to send?
We really hope that this program fills a gap for women right now to invest back in their self. And a lot of time we think of ourselves last. And I hope that women will understand that this program is designed for them to put themselves first.
Thank you so much for being here today and
for
for
having
sharing
me.
that wonderful information.
Absolutely.
Vamos a regresar para aprender un poco más con Rudy Bustamante en cuestión de finanzas, pero fue un placer tener aquí a Amanda Bonilla y aprender un poco más sobre el programa que nos trae aquí a la ciudad de Indianápolis y también sobre WeBrunch, que nos trae eventos para mujeres. Estamos de regreso.
De todo un poco.